Hey guys, Velocial here with a tutorial on how to get the Lucid Nightmare mount. This was recently discovered through tons of tough puzzles, and I will today be guiding you through all of them so that you can get your very own Lucid Nightmare. The adventure begins here in Dalaran, where you will be going into this room right here, and there will be a note on the table that leads you towards the next clue. As you see, it says a bunch of numbers there, and that is actually the release date for Ulduar, or the patch which introduced Ulduar. So you will have to go to Ulduar right before XT002. In the northwest corner there's a lever. When you pull that, like a 20 by 20 light source thing will appear, and you'll have to click on those in this specific structure. It resembles a gear because this is Mimiron, and as you see, it took me a really long time, so I speeded this up because I believe I think it took me about 15 minutes. Now I don't know if you are allowed to kill XT002, but just in case I didn't, which also delayed me a bit, I think the worst part was I messed up the outline once, so that I would have to go over the parts again and again, which resulted in me messing up other parts. So my best advice is to make sure the outline is correct and then just fill in. And yeah, after you have done that, a note will appear in the middle. Well, you'll see after I've done doing the gear myself here, it takes a bit. Even though I've speeded it up, as you see. You can go about 5 seconds into the future if you want to skip this part. Alright, so the node will appear in the middle and all the lights will disappear. And this node will now lead you towards the old Temple of Anchorage. And in here you'll have to get to the room near Cthulhu. But, well, I didn't kill Cthulhu, but I don't think it matters if you do or don't. But you don't have to necessarily enter his room. You are going to walk past his room and past these quest givers in here, which are not able to be walked through apparently. And then up here with a little table with, like, I think it's a worm or something. When you click that, a minigame, much like the Jewelcrafting toy, will appear, and you'll have to just sit through it and just mix and match everything. This is, well, it looks boring, but it's actually quite funny, and you get quite addicted to it. So I actually ended up buying the Jewelcrafting toy afterwards just because I liked this. The worst thing is it's actually a bit difficult to tell each of these things apart. But I really like that it all resembles the old guards in some way. So once again, I've speeded this process up, but you can skip about 5 seconds into the future if you do not want to see this. So there's no really distinctive way of saying when you will win. So I got really surprised and I actually got shocked because it out of nowhere just flashed and I wasn't expecting it. But once that has happened, I don't know when, just keep playing. A note will appear next to the worm and you will have to click them. It's very important you click each and every note or you will have to go back. So the next clue is in Deepholm, and you will have to fly all the way up to almost the top of the map to a little cave. And yeah, well, this cave to be specific. And in here there's a large worm that goes around in a circle, and you don't want to be catched by it. It's, yeah, you should know this if you've quested here, but there's a room behind that worm thing, and right next to this large square looking rock to my right, yep, right there, there's a hole, and well, it's an entrance to a cave, and when you click it, you'll get the option to jump in. It says a warning, don't worry, nothing bad will happen from doing this, I promise. So down here there's nothing but a chair. So for this clue you will have to click a plaque on the back of the chair, and this plaque leads you towards the next step. Now the next step is to go to Ratchet and look at an NPC, and he is wearing a specific mask. But I don't think it's necessary to go there, you just need to have the mask. So if you have bought this mask beforehand, I think you can just equip it down there. Well, you still click the plaque, you equip it, and then you can talk to the skull on the chair, because that's the next step. So I had to go out, back, buy the Shadoweave Mask, get back down, and then, well, interact with the skull on the chair. And once you've done that, the note will appear. So once again, it's a note, you must click it. It appears right in front of the chair, you just click the skull on, and that will lead you towards your next clue, which is in Nomarigan. This one was a bitch because it didn't know at first you actually had to do something. I thought you just had to click a plaque again. So I just went further on in the adventure, then only to realize I had to go way back to Nomarigan. So follow this route. You jump down where you normally will jump down to the first boss, and then once you're near the room where the second boss, you will normally go right. You choose to go left, and then you get to a staircase here, and you can just go down, and right here there are 10 levers and a plaque. See, I only clicked the plaque at first, but the plaque is the hint for what you have to click on the levers here. So the solution is 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 9, 7. So you click on each of these and just press go a letter up or number up until it represents 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 9, 7, yes. And then you get the next clue, which is in Valshara, in this little innocent hut. There is like a old guard heart looking thing, and this will start another toy looking thing. This resembles the Blinktron 4000 circuit game or whatever, which I've actually played a lot before this, so I was very good at this. This is actually recorded after I've gotten the mount, because the footage was lost at first, so I just went back and did it again. It's really easy. What my method is, I start in, like, here it was the right corner, and I just find those that connects with the one in the corner. And then I just continue to, like, find the one that connects with that, and to that, until it finally, like, becomes all blue. Well, the point of this, if you don't know, is actually none of the lines can cross each other. If they do, they are all red. And if they don't, they get blue. It's really easy. You just have to switch until it finally becomes some sort of... Well, it doesn't really resemble anything. It's just a random looking thing you will have to do. So the next thing is in Kun Lai Summit, and you press this urn. And this is the toughest part of this. It's an endless fucking maze. There are 5 different runes and 5 different orbs in this. You'll have to find, like, the green orb, for example, and then you'll have to go all the way until you find the green rune and click it. You have to do that with each of the 5 colors, which is red, blue, purple, yellow, and green. And I was actually lucky. My green one, my orb and rune, was 3 rooms apart. So once you've finished that, you just leave go into one of the rooms that's in the current maze room you're in, and you'll be summoned to this, where the last node is. And it tells you that it's finally opened, which is Vicaris and Crypt. Now, I didn't know this, but if you are a warlock and you have the quest to get the hidden artifact appearance for Affliction, you are faced in this, well, crypt. So what I actually had to do was abandon this quest. I don't really play Affliction, so that didn't bother me, but if you do, be sure to have done this before, or do it on another character. So, regardless, once you've done that, or once you are just got down here, you'll have to find this large pile of bones, and on top of that, your sweet, deserved treasure will be here. I think all in all, this entire process took me about 3 to 4 hours. The maze being the most time-wasting thing. I was actually one of the fastest I've seen in the general chat. It took me 43 minutes. That's actually really fast. So, this is a really nice mount, and I'm really glad somebody figured all this out. It's incredible. I don't know how they do it, but big thanks to those who did. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I helped you. Goodbye.